So typically I use I love these blue towels. They're a little thicker. They work really good. And I'm gonna grab a kit out here. So this one is a RKR S80A. We also have a S80 kit, the difference being the screw length. This one has longer screws because these screws go from the back into the cover plate. So this is all the internal parts for this ratchet. Use the right tool. So as I got that last screw out of there, then the cover plate fell off and most of the internals will come out. So you got a spring, a ball. This is the broken anvil. Notice the fine teeth on there. This is the mechanism that grabs onto the teeth, whether you're going in forward or reverse. We got a little spring, the direction piece, and we call that the Mickey Mouse head. So I start by cleaning out the inside of this. It's usually just a little bit of grease. Because this one doesn't have broken teeth, I don't have to worry about trying to find any metal shards inside of it. He just broke the anvil on it. So that's clean. We'll put our old parts over here. There's nothing that we're going to reuse out of that. We're going to put all brand new. And there's all our brand new parts. So I start out with a selector. And I insert that first. The next piece I put in, I call it the Mickey Mouse head. So you can see it's machined out here for this to go in there. Just like that. And then if you see I'm moving the selector, I almost always have it turned to that one side. That's just my preference on it. I put the grease in first. The new anvil, and you can see how fine them teeth are on there. So this is an 80 tooth ratchet. Fits in there. The pawl, so this is the part that grabs on the anvil, and there's 7 teeth that are grabbing in either direction. So if 7 teeth grabbing in forward, 7 teeth grabbing in reverse. And what I'm gonna do on the bottom, there's these little tabs here. They actually get put in where that selector area is at. So I put the whole thing in about halfway. I have the selector turned the way that I like it, which is this side. So I push it all the way down, hold it, change directions. Now I can push the other one down. And it's in there. There's a little spring steel clip. It's pretty thin. And this will go right in between the Mickey Mouse head and the paws. Sometimes it's a little bugger to fit it in there, but just puts a little more pressure on it. Here we got it part of the way. So it fits in between there, and we just push it flush in there. Ball bearing and a spring. So the ball bearing goes down inside of this hole here. The spring is next, and the cover plate is what actually pushes that down, and that's what gives you your little detent between forward and reverse. So here's a cover plate, pretty easy to clean off. Set it upside down, just wipe it off. And I'll take another towel and just clean out the little groove in there. And we have a little seal that pops in there, and the cover plate goes down. So I set it on there. I'll squeeze it so that I'm pushing pressure on that spring so the spring doesn't get pinched in there. Hold it this way. I don't have any bolts in it. I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to try it in forward and reverse. That works. So now we'll put the screws in. And them come with some blue Loctite, but I tell you what, sometimes them things like to loosen up on you. So if you need to put a little more blue Loctite on it, go right ahead. Because if these screws get a little bit loose, the teeth are so fine that they just won't mesh up the right way. So it doesn't have to be super tight, but it should be snug on there. And that is a rebuild on a S80 or 80-tooth 1/2-inch drive ratchet. A little dirty, but easy.